Oftentimes when you're working in a very large spreadsheet, you'll have to scroll down several screens to be able to see all the data. In doing so, what can happen is you can lose your headers and you can forget kind of what column or what row you're looking at. What you can do in a Google spreadsheet is you can actually freeze those rows or columns to prevent them from moving. So as you scroll through the data, you'll still see your labels. So in this case, I'm going to show you how to freeze the customer, sale, and month headings so that as we scroll through our data, that's always visible. So all I would do is go up here under View, Freeze Rows, and choose to freeze row 1. Even though in this case, these are columns that I'm working with, column C, column B, column A, the data that we want to freeze is here in row 1. So View, Freeze Row, freeze one row. You'll notice it adds a little line right below it. And as I move my mouse down, watch what happens as I get to the bottom of the spreadsheet. The data in cells 3, 4, 5, etc. begins to move up, but I can still see my column headings. I can do the exact same sort of freeze that we just did for row 1 to a column as well. So if my data expands out to the right, it's very simple. So I'm going to go back up here to View, Freeze Rows. I'm going to take off my row 1 freeze, so I'll choose no frozen rows. I'll go back to View, Freeze Columns, and freeze one column. Now my line is here, and as I move my cursor over here, watch as my data begins to move. So sale will go away, and then month, etc. So again, being able to freeze a row or a column is very simple. To take the freeze off, we go up here to View, Freeze Rows, or freeze columns, and just choose no frozen columns or rows. If at any point in time I want to stop filtering my data, I simply go up to Data, Filter Views, and then I select None, and that will take all my filtering views off. The other way that you can create a data view is you can go in here and filter our column, which we have now. So I'll filter it, and I'll choose to see just April. And if I go up here to Data, Filter Views, instead of creating a new filter view, I can save as filter view. So when I do this, you'll see I get that range. Now we'll just call this April sales. Because I've already created my filter, it's just showing me April, and I just give it a name. So if I go back to data now, my filter views show me May sales, June sales, or April sales.